Hey guys, how are you? I'm Daniel Nadal. I'm the new owner of Rogger's Reef Food. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the name. It's been around for quite some time. Well, we're the new owners. We got a bunch of new ideas and we're looking forward to getting your fish fed. I think one of the things that makes our blend, special is the fact that it doesn't really fall apart. Obviously, there's a lot of good brands out there, right? I mean, I'll say name Rod's, Larry's, I use them all, right? But one of the things that I could do with our food is when I go to work, as you can see behind me, I just leave the food laying there. Right? Whether if I put too much when I get back from work, it'll be there. I could toss it, feed it to my inverts. I don't know if you can see it, but the starfish are starving in the bottom. Now, why are they going crazy for it? It's the ingredients, right? It's all natural shrimp, fresh from the ocean. We don't buy farm shrimp. We got it from the ocean, STP free. So there is no sodium triphosphate. I'm not sure if you're aware, but most shrimp that you buy at Publix or Winn-Dixie, depending on what market you're on, they're usually sprayed, right? And what they do is they spray. Well, what it does is not only does it maintain the humidity in it, basically you're buying more water weight, but it's also binded with phosphates, right? In reef tanks, as we all know, phosphates is one of our biggest enemies, and we try to minimize that as much as possible. Particular ingredients, we mentioned the shrimp. Obviously, shrimp is probably the main component of the food, right? It's also what binds the food together. We don't use any fillers. We don't use any binding agents, right? We also do New Zealand green mussels. As we all know, it's basically a superfood, right? It has a lot of nutrients that you won't find in the shrimp, right? You're gonna notice that our blend, a lot of the ingredients, what they do is they complement each other, right? Well, one is lacking, the other one kind of puts in. It brings in the missing pieces of the puzzle. The puzzle we're trying to figure out is the nutrition for our fish and our inverts. As you'll see, a lot of our ingredients, as we go over them one by one, you're going to see that they give a lot of trace elements, vitamins, supplements, DHA, GFA, all the FAs, minus the STP. Beta-carotene is another ingredient that we also add. It's probably one of the only non-ocean source things that we do put in there. The reason we put it in there is not just because of the coloration, but all of the additional health benefits that come from giving it, right? From eyesight to coloration. Top of beta-carotene, so like I said, New Zealand green mussels, whole clam, right? We literally shuck it to put it into our blend at the moment. It's not, pre-shucked. We're basically getting it in the shell alive. And we're shucking it right there at the moment, right? So we're trying to maintain as many of the vitamins and nutrients that we can from the clam. In addition to clam, calanus. Obviously, we're gonna go into the smaller foods that are into our blend. Calanus and cyclops, right? One would say, well, why add it? Microscopic foods, nobody's gonna eat it. Well, once you blend it in there, it's packed in there. So when the fish gets the bite of the shrimp and the mussels and the clam, it's all together. So he's gonna swallow a few of those calanus and a few of those cyclops as well. The benefits of that, the marine, the omega-3s and the enrichment that comes from those food items, I'm sure it's all gonna be good results. A calamari, octopus, can't have, a full seafood blend without octopus and calamari. Obviously, we process it down to a very small size. Sometimes in our blend, you will notice a little piece of octopus or a little piece of calamari just because it's so tough to process, and we don't want to over-process our food either. Keep in mind that we also have, everything I mentioned is on the complete blend. We also have the complete blend plus. What do we add to that? We got to keep our herbivores happy, right? Everybody loves their tangs. I know all the kids love their dories, right? I got two of them swimming behind me, as you see, and I think they already finished the food. So no leftovers, I guess. Typical. So the Complete Blend Plus, we add lobster as well as spirulina, right? Spirulina is important because it's a very, very super nutrient algae. Basically also another good way to get our herbivores plant-based proteins, right? Not a lot of people focus on things of that nature, right? Because usually mysis shrimp, I love it. I'm an overfeeder. I love feeding the mysis. I love feeding all the small stuff. But your tanks need that fiber. In addition, the silicone brings a lot to our package, right? Even though I don't think it's 100% necessary just because of all the vitamins and enrichment that comes in from the natural sourced ingredients, what it adds is the fatty acids, the HUFAs, the DHAs, and all your other things that aren't already provided by the existing ingredients. Maybe a little bit of overkill, but better to have more than less, especially when it comes to our fish's health. Basically, we engineered it into our formula in a way that we're not going to have any of it go to waste. Again, one of our mottos is feed your fish, not your filters, right? We rather keep your algae turf scrubbers free of work and let your fish eat it all. Keep in mind, by the time your fish eat all these ingredients, you're gonna see the weight being put on your fish, right? You're gonna see your fish gain weight. Again, you're not gonna see your nitrates and your phosphates spike up because you left to work and the food ended up inside of your filter. You know, that's not really the goal that we're looking after. Hey guys, I want you to always remember that when you're buying from Rogers, you can count on 3 things for sure. You're gonna get no binders, no fillers, and definitely no preservatives. Super important, right? A lot of fish foods do. We want you to understand that when you see the fish stick together, it's our blend. It's not it's not gelatin, it's none of those things. Another important thing to keep in mind, instead of spirulina, aloe vera, and beta carotene, everything is sourced directly from the ocean. Remember to check out our website, rogersreeffood.com. Roger with 2 G's. Again, rogersreeffood.com. Get an order in, try it for yourself. If not, reach out to your local fish store. Let them know you want to know what all the fuss is about. You want to get some Rogers provided to them so you can get your fish food there. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to get to know our brand. We look forward to feeding your reef for years to come and have you guys become part of the Rogers family.